Hey family, Merry Christmas. I hope you are well wherever you are in this world. It's the festive season and there's nothing greater and better than that. I love Christmas, guys. But for this season, I've just been busy with the house, to be honest. I haven't really done so much for Christmas, as in Christmas decorations. I've been busy with these DIYs and I'm really enjoying this and sitting outside just having a cup of tea, having a drink in the evening, just watching the kids swim from this position. These chairs were only 100 rand, which is like I guess 5 to 7 euros. If you convert it, maybe $7. But anyways, I did respray them, and it's been a pleasure. And obviously, we did introduce to you guys our new family member who has been like a baby in this home. But we are really having a good time enjoying the dog. Even I am having a good time with this dog. And it's so funny how you just start getting attached and looking after it as if it's like a part of a member of the family. So the kids have really been having so much fun. They're on school holidays. Everybody's home. So we get so much time to just wake up, play around with them, and play around with the dog. They really are having so much fun with the dog. Like I mentioned, it's that season of, just being at home with the family, just appreciating what God has done this year. God has done every single day for us, giving us breath and life every single day. I am really grateful to God for that. Things in the house has really changed for this year. The first year we've been in the house, a lot of has changed. A lot of the things that I had on my board have happened, like this beautiful garden that I'm just trying to start. I'm showing you this concrete patch here that was recently placed. This was all mud, and yeah, it wasn't a garden, guys. I will try and find a photo to show you what the garden looked like. They did put this concrete slab, which is really nice for when we want to have like barbecues. And then I did buy a whole lot of grass that was put in the garden for this whole patch, guys. Yeah. Home is not cheap. I think this patch was like a good 4,000 rand of grass, and they came and installed it. And then I left a little bit at the back there because I think I want to put some flowers. And then I also put some lawn on this patch that goes to the back of the pool. The pool is looking good, looking blue. The kids are using this pool every single day given by God. And I guess this is the reason why I wanted a home with a pool, so that my kids can actually enjoy their own personal pool in the house. As well, I put a patch of concrete here. It was also muddy and it was just muddy. And every time it rained, it would just mess up the whole yard because sometimes it would even flow into the swimming pool. And on this area here, I added in some green patches into the streams there. I really wanted that look, and I had extra grass lying around, so I decided to put the grass in those little lines. In this area here, I have a nice sitting area for it, and I did buy another secondhand set of chair and table, which was about 400 rand. I usually sit on this area in the evenings because I can actually see my whole yard from every corner. So I really enjoy sitting here, and this grass has made a huge difference from the way it used to look. And happy days, guys, I decided to put a patio. This house was so hot. I mean, if you are in South Africa, you know how hot it's been. So I was like, no, I don't think we're going to go through this summer without a patio. We needed a patio. My kids could not sit outside during the day because it was so hot. So I decided to go ahead and build a patio. I had this lovely gentleman who came over, gave me a very good quotation to build this. This took about a good week to build. They are also the ones that did that concrete patch for me and the other concrete patch on the other side of the pool. He really did a good job, and he's been helping me with a whole lot around the house. So this patio, all he requested was that I buy the material, which I did buy the material at, I think it's called I forgot the name. But anyways, I bought the materials, and he had been coming to my house for a good week. It's just the two of them that came over to my house, and every day he is so on time. He is so professional. I cannot tell you. I'm super impressed with his timing. I'm super impressed with his professionalism and the quality of work that he did for me, and the advice that he would go along and give me every single turn. He would be calling me and say, "Are you happy with this? Should we do this? Should we do that?" And obviously, I had a patio in mind for myself, which I gave him the design. And he's like, "Okay, Sissy, I can do this." So that was really, really nice. The way he's so professional. At every turn, at every step, he would invite me and say, "Are you happy with this? What do you think we must do with this? How do you want this to look like?" So, yeah, I was super, super impressed. This concrete patch here that I put here, I was thinking that I could put some sunbeds eventually if I can buy them in the year. But it also turned out to be a great place where I can do a good barbecue with the family without putting the barbecue underneath the patio as such. So I'm looking forward to the finish of this. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing the end result of this patio. My house was like a little hell, like a little boiling hell, especially with the sun heating down on that patio, and then the heat would just come into the house. I was just too hot. And those are the materials there that I'm showing you. They delivered, and then I just decided to put them at the back of the garden there. So every time they needed some stuff, they would obviously go and collect from there. That's that concrete patch there. I'm super happy with that. I really, really enjoy sitting there in the evenings and just have a cup of tea. Usually my daughter joins me to have a cup of tea, like a late 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tea in the evening. As you can see there, before the lawn was put in, the slabs there, the concrete slabs were just muddy, and yeah, it didn't have a good look. So that's why I decided to add in those patches of lawn. And my patio, guys, every turn I would be looking, and I would be so happy and just waiting for it to be finished. But it took about a good 1 week to finish this patio, and the results are just amazing. I'm just happy. My kids are happy. I think this was day 4. Oh yeah, I think this was day 4. They're really, really fast. So on this day, they were putting the vanish. When we went to buy vanish, they only had this type of vanish. And my contractor advised me that, we need to buy vanish because it looked like it was going to rain. And we didn't want those wood to get rained on. So we bought whatever vanish was there. In the future, I wanted to change the color. But as I looked at it and as I settled with this color of vanish, I really did not mind it. I actually really, really enjoyed it, and looking at it, and the color was just super bright. It just made the whole look so, so nice. So I was saying to the contractor, I'm going to change it. I'm going to paint the patio eventually to a different color. And it's like, no, it's fine. We can always come back and do that. But the longer I have lived in the patio and enjoyed this color, it's just so vibrant around the house. I think I'm just going to settle for this color and stay with it for a bit. And should I need to change it eventually, I will. So on this day, they were putting the net on the top there. I first thought of putting some plastic, they're like plastic vinyls, like very solid vinyls, but then I decided it's going to be too hot, so I went and I bought the net. It's like a very, very thick net. Water hardly gets in, but in some areas where I did not double it, it does get in. We bought this at Builders. It was very, very affordable. Well, I can't say okay, it wasn't affordable, but it was the best choice that I could get at that point. And to be honest, it lets in nice breeze. It's not hot underneath this patio. So on this day, they were putting up that a net, and then he was asking me, "Sissy, are you happy with one layer?" And I said to him, "No, I think you must put a double layer." So we doubled the net in all areas, except for certain areas. And now I realize those certain areas, they do let in water if it rains very, very hard. So on this corner, I will show you a little bit later as I decorate. in the next video what I've done with all my patios and the corners that I like to sit in. So in this veranda, you see there he had put one layer, and the one layer is pretty see-through, and I felt like maybe the heat would still come through, and I advised him that he must put a double layer, which was the most brilliant idea. I love sitting underneath there. Sometimes I even sleep during the evening. If it's not raining in Johannesburg, I usually just sit underneath there. And the great thing is that from any place, I can still see the TV inside the house. So it's really such a nice place to sit on a nice evening, have a cup of tea or a glass of whatever I drink and just enjoy. I usually go back into the house like it's about 11 because I really, really enjoy sitting here. The kids also enjoy sitting there. We eat most of our dinners out here. So it's been such a great addition to my home and to my lifestyle. I really feel so happy to have this and so blessed that God could actually give me the opportunity to do this. You see, this tea lady enjoys sitting here with me, and we usually have our tea here at 6 or 7, and it's just the best time to spend with my daughter. My son likes to sit in the patio. He really likes to sit in that patio. He hardly sits on this corner here. I think he leaves it as a ladies' corner. So they are really good and professional, and I cannot wait to show this to my family. My one sister has come home, and she just couldn't believe, because I do everything in private. Most probably like a secret, like a good secret. So for a good 2 weeks, I told my sisters I was just giving them excuses not to come to my house, and I would go to their house because I knew I was doing something that I wanted to surprise them with from my house. So when my one sister came over, she was bowled over. She was just like, "How did you do this? Oh my God, when did you do this?" Like, she was just so happy to see this. And those are the reactions I live for. You know, I have two sisters here, and my two sisters are just like, if I can make them happy with my life, if they can make me happy with their lives, I think that's what we all live for. We see each other quite almost every 3 days. And when we do, it's just happiness. And this is just that type of happiness that I like to give my sisters. They're welcome at my house at any given time. They are there at any given time. I mean, they could just call me and say, "Hey, I'm coming over," and then dinner will be ready. There'll always be a share for me at their house. There'll always be a share for them at my house. So this home is really like, friends and family are so welcome, so welcome, and I'm so grateful I can do this. So this patio has really been a life changer. I promise you guys, my life has just been like so different. I don't know how I did it last year, but then last year it was that time when we just moved in. I would say by now it would have been a month since, not even a month, it would have been like a week, 3 weeks since we moved in. So there's really not much I was gonna do. Like I mentioned, the first 4 months we lived in this house without curtains. I was just living my life because my home is really so private. All my neighbors cannot look into my house. So I'm really blessed that all my other neighbors, their house face the other side, and they don't actually have windows on the back of those houses. Like those windows you see there, they're filled up with bricks. So really nobody can see into my yard. The best part about this patio, guys, is that I can sit outside, see my kids play, and I guess for me, this was the idea. This was the whole idea. I do everything that I do is for my kids. I don't buy them the whole world, but I try and give them the best quality of life. And they do love this pool. I promise you guys, they go into this pool maybe 3 times a day. And then they jump and they scream and they jump and they scream and they play and they just do them. This is the life that I could not give them in Europe. I promise you, this type of life, Europe was always so gloomy. It was always so gray, so cold, that we would never have a pool, and wherever we would go for a pool like excursion, they wouldn't really enjoy it because half of the time it would be nice and warm for like a good hour, and then after that it's cold. But in South Africa here, this is where I just give them that type of lifestyle that I've always imagined for my kids. I don't know how to swim, but I'm so glad that they do. I doubt that I'll know how to swim, but I hope I will at some point. So here I am sitting with Japan. Japan does not like the pool. He hates it. So every time he sees them going into the pool, he really looks for a snuggle, sit on my lap, to come sit with me if I'm watching TV. On this particular day, I'm just having a cup of tea watching the kids jump, and then they're showing me their moves, they're showing me their, yeah, you know how it is. But I sit here with Japan and he doesn't like the water and he barks at them. But this is
Japan, this is my
really,
tea.
really nice.
No.
And I love this,
No.
and just chilling with my kids, watching them
This is my
play,
tea.
watching them do what they do. So yeah, it's a blessing, guys. I really, really love. On the next video, guys, I will show you how I have styled my patio and the furniture that I've put out for the patio. Here's just a little bit of what I'm showing you, and oh, look at my lawn. It's so green. I am loving that, guys. I am so loving it. So the patio has been an amazing addition to my home, and I'm experiencing a different life in this home. And I think when I first saw this house, guys, I could imagine this. This was the first house I saw when I said, okay, Diana, let's start looking at houses. When I opened the the Google pages to look, the first house that popped up was this. And you know how God is so precise. And I looked for another 100 houses and tried to look. And then God said, go back to the first house you saw. Guess what? I've been in this first house for a good year. God is so, so good. God is.
Mom as well.
Yes, my mom has been in the pool more times than me. These are the laughters I live for. I live for this. And the lifestyle that I'm just trying to give my kids is to do the things that we can at the reach. Here we went to a park that's very close to the house, and just to have some quiet, silent walks around this huge, huge, amazing park. That's what I want to do with the kids, and just that simple life, and use the things that are at hand, natural things. I mean, this was just a good 15 minutes drive, and we took a walk. We bought some ice cream. The kids are happy. We do these things quite often, and I'm so grateful that I can do this. And I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to you guys who have subscribed lately. The channel is growing, and I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Watch out for the patio. That would be a nice video coming through to you guys. I cannot wait for you to see the patio styled and decorated. Enjoy your Christmas wherever you are. Life is happening here. I'm happy, and I hope you're happy wherever you are, because this is the life we've been given. Let's be gracious, and let's be grateful for it, and let's just spend time with our families wherever we are. And I wish you the best. Merry Christmas to you guys. I love you. Thank you. Bye.